right, so as you can see, our game is Pet Rock. We started off with a pretty simple concept of trying to grow a planet out of a dead rock floating in space. This is our star select screen. You can choose from various different types of stars. Each one affects the planet a little bit differently in the temperature. Oh. But are you still able to control it? All right. Well, it's a rock simulator, a planet simulator, and the various aspects that you can see are all controllable, and they impact different ways that the planet grows and develops. You can grow an icy planet, a fiery planet, or anything in between, and we hope the ultimate goal for the player will be to try to grow a sustainable planet that contains water, plant life, and ultimately living creatures. So I'm going to pass it off to one of our programmers to go over some of the more technical specs, because we put a lot of work into it, and he knows exactly what goes into all the scientific stuff. So.
Well, the programming team in general, like these two guys here are responsible for a lot of the equations that go into it, because you can't see from the front end here because we wanted to, because it's a blue screen, you can't see anything. It's actually part of the build. Oh no. So, do I continue? So, anyways, from the brief glimpse that you saw, you can choose your star type, which would give you a temperature, and we have a set of simple variables that go into complex variables. So you can adjust, rotation, distance from the star, axial tilt, all of those things, and then you can add elements to your planet as well. And all those simple variables will control magnetic field, the stress, so the geological stress of your planet, the atmosphere, as well as the temperature and the gravity and the mass. So all of those go into calculating what type of planet you're creating. So if you create there you go. Okay, so if you go ahead and turn the distance all the way up. So when he gets the distance all the way up here, the planet is going to heat up, and so it will start to turn, see if you see, it starts to turn fiery, if you can see that. So the planet is now turned into basically just a fiery molten ball. So the goal of the game is to get kind of everything balanced so you can develop an atmosphere, and then from there you'll start to develop water. But if you put too much hydrogen, he's frozen his planet now. If he puts too much hydrogen, he'll also make a water world. See, water. So the most exciting thing about our game, we found that you actually, once you knew how to do it, you could make a planet with a population and everything quite easily, but we actually have gas giants in there, so if you got too much atmosphere, it just becomes a gas giant, and then you can make your star go supernova and blow off all your atmosphere and start over. So that's actually in there, as well as obviously different size planets and stuff like that, and different types of stars. That was just our blue class K star, I think, or class B star. Okay. Yeah.
I'd just like to say that even though we're having some technical difficulties and you guys might not get to view it here, I'd really encourage all of you to try downloading it for yourselves and giving it a try. It does itself much more justice when you try it by hand and you try it yourself anyway. So, despite our lack of visual representation, I guarantee you it's a quality product, and I know you'll enjoy playing it.
Any questions?
So is there going to be a web build?
We want to build it for Android, actually, and we were doing that when we came up here. So its intended target is Android, so you can just have... Yeah, thus the giant buttons. So you can just have kind of like a planetary simulator on your phone. Yeah. In the back. She made the textures for the planets, he made the textures for the water and the HUD elements. And environmental stuff, like clouds and stuff like that. Yeah, you didn't get to see, so foliage and population. Yeah. Yes.
I thought it's weird they have a whole bunch of requirements to make it live and put it on your phone.
talk to Apple for us, and we'll do it. So.
Cool. Thanks a lot, Bedrock, guys. So the next group that's coming up.